So let me select here accounts payable. So, as we discussed here, accounts payable and receivable should not get assigned to the user directly. So how we can implement that? Okay. So accounts payable. Once I have selected any of these roles, it's going to be conflicting with any of these roles. Both are different section. So let me select accounts receivable here. So which mean users should get only these roles or else this one. This is going to be your condition. Either one. He should get roles from this section or else this one. He should not get both. So that's the purpose of creating this SOD. So let me add some more rules so that I can show you. The same accounts payable ID rules also I'm going to add. And here also accounts payable ID. Sorry, account receivable ID has to be there. Okay, so let me click on Done. Okay, just understand. These are the standard properties. It will be applicable for all the policies. Okay, so this is the policy role SOD policy which we are going to create. In this SOD policy, you can have multiple policy rules. So far, I have created only one policy rule. If you want, you can add a couple of more, a number of as many as you want. You can add multiple policy rules. Okay, just save this rule. This is how we are going to create a SOD policy for roles. You will be getting confused role rule. Okay, just have an idea. So one policy we have created. Okay, I want to implement for the existing users. I want to check how I'm going to implement any idea. So just select the policy which we have created. Okay, just click on this Run Simulation, and you will come to know how many policy violations have been triggered so far. For how many identities you will come to know. Click on the Run Simulation. The moment you are going to click on the Run Simulation, the policy will be inactive. You have to make them as active again. Manually, you have to do it. Because it's going to refresh all your identities, and it will make this policy as inactive. Click on Yes. Policy simulation will be executed in the background. Okay, so it will take a minute, and it will check for all 160 identities. And now you can check. The policy state has been changed from active to inactive. So once you have done your work, you have to make them as active again. Manually, you have to do. Okay, so now just click on the View Simulation, and you will come to know for how many identities policy violations are there. So number of policy violations 7. Okay, so 7 policy violations are there. We have to take some action. What they will usually do is they will trigger certification as part of the certification. Some action will be taken from there. We will talk about the new upcoming users, how we can prevent them to submit access request. So let me make this policy as active. Okay, so we have created one policy saying users should not have both the roles at the same time. The policy is active. I'm going to submit access requests selecting both the roles, and you'll come to know what will happen. Go to Manage User Access page. Try to select one random identity. Click on Next. Let's select Accounts Payable and Accounts Receivable. Account Payable and Receivable both. So both are conflicting one. So you should not have access at the same time. If I'm going to submit, what will happen? We have defined the policy, but even though it will allow to submit, we have to make some changes in the workflow. Then only it won't allow. Okay, let me do that. First, just have a look. It will allow you to submit. Oh, really sorry. Already have done in the back end. I made some changes. So it's not allowing you to submit. The submit button is grayed out. We have some policies, and it's not allowing to have both the roles at the same time. In the LCM provisioning, I made some changes. We have to enable some variable. So in that scenario, it won't allow for the new users. The new users won't be able to have. They won't be able to have both the roles at the same time because both are conflicting. So this is what we have defined in the policy. Now if they want to get some access based on the department, they have to remove this role. Then only the submit button will allow you to submit. So just click on this button. Just try to remove any one of the roles. It will allow you to submit now. Okay. So let me submit now. Okay. The same access request has been submitted. The user is able to submit access requests because he has removed one conflicting role. So if he is going to select both the roles, he won't be able to submit. Okay. Let me show from the back end, from the workflow, what changes I have made. Go to LCM Provisioning Workflow. Go to LCM Provisioning. Here we have a variable called